You know, it's time to deck the halls and trim the tree, but for many of us, old Hanuman might look like it's lacked a little luster in our home. But good news, designer Michael Hamilton is in the house to give us some tips to help our Christmas tree be star-worthy. Hi, Michael.
Good morning. How are you?
Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here.
Well, thank you.
All right, let's start off by talking about some common mistakes that people make when it comes to tree decorating.
The biggest mistake is not fluffing the tree.
You got to fluff the tree.
Yeah. Remember, 2 up, 2 down, 2 out.
All right.
That pertains to these little fingers. 2 up, 2 down, 2 out. So then, when you do that, your tree gets fuller.
And we still have a real tree. My husband is still that traditionalist.
Right.
But if there is still, you've still got to fluff those branches as well.
Right. You need to, if you have a fresh tree, you need to put that tree in water and let it stand for about 24 hours in the home.
Okay.
So it settles.
All right.
It's
cool.
going to relax.
Our tree's been there for 3 days and we haven't done a thing. So.
I'll be there Sunday.
Okay, so good. So let's talk a little bit about some of the biggest holiday fights that people have, and it has to do with lighting the dadgum thing. I'm telling you, there can be a war in the home because lighting it is a problem. What tips do you have for that?
Go buy a tree with lights on it.
Okay.
Simple.
Oh, so don't do the real tree that we're doing.
No, if you have to have the real tree, go to the trunk of the tree with the lights.
All right.
Here's the fingers. Wrap those lights in between them.
All right, do that to the camera. So there's the fingers.
Here's the fingers. You're going to go like this.
Okay.
With the lights.
All right, I'm really paying attention.
And when you do that, that's going to bring those lights to the end of that branch and back to the trunk. End of the branch, back to the trunk.
And then that way the tree looks illuminated all the way around.
Completely around it.
All right, so now let's talk a little bit. You often use ribbon when you are designing.
Tons of ribbon.
Okay,
yeah.
So let's talk about how you suggest using the ribbon and also the order in which you start decorating the tree.
Okay, the first thing I'll do is decide proportions of the tree.
Okay.
The tree, think of a tree as a pie.
All right.
It's got
Think of the tree as a pie. All right, that might be
You're going to cut, or a pizza.
Or a pizza. Well, either way,
It's round, and you're going to cut it into triangles.
Okay.
So you basically do 4 sides.
Okay.
So you line everything up. I have 4 turquoise, 4 pink, 4 white, 4 red.
All right, well, let's see you do some of this
So that's
stuff.
real easy. But we're going to start with our bow.
Okay.
I did a wired ribbon in velvet and a wired ribbon in
And when it comes to
Dupamani
ribbon,
silk.
wire is important.
Wire's very important.
All right.
You always want to use a wired ribbon. As you can tell on our finished tree, I used a real Peter Max kind of inspired ribbon.
I love that.
Just because you can.
Yes.
Just because it's Christmas.
Because now we don't have to just stick to
red and
green.
gold and green and all the other colors. We can get out of the box and play with our colors.
All right, well,
and
let's
that's
play.
okay.
I want to play.
All right, okay.
Let's see what
so
we do.
first thing we're going to do, I tied the bow.
Okay,
We're
thank
going
you
to
for
put it
doing
on.
that. All right.
Simple. And you notice where the bow is? It's not at the very top of that tree.
It's not at the top.
That's another common mistake.
Would you do the same thing with the star?
The star, the angel, and the angel's up there doing this.
That's true.
Yes, whoa! Yeah, no, put her down here where the bow is.
Okay.
Anchor her in there and let some of that shoot out above her. She'll be fine.
I never would have thought of that.
She's fine.
She's fine up there.
She's fine.
She doesn't need to be on top. It's a lot more precarious. Okay.
You get to put this in.
You mean
I
like
know
I get
you've
to
been
wear it?
dying to get your hands on it.
All right. But no,
Okay.
you got to put it on the tree.
This is a real good cheat. Okay,
Okay.
so this is very inexpensive. Tinsel garland. I like putting it inside the tree. So put it in there real deep like this.
All right. Can you go
Come
around
on
and do
around
that?
here, and we'll do this one. Pull it in there. We got a little short time to
Look
do
at
this. Now look, see how thick she just got?
Yes.
Really pretty.
All right,
really
that
pretty
is
and
so
full.
cool. All right, so she's already getting a little
She's
thicker.
thicker.
Now let's talk about colors and the ornaments.
Picks. Picks are important. I'm gonna do this. I don't want to get it on your
Now
pretty dress.
this is a really cool trick, the idea of using picks.
Okay, picks. This one's stuck.
All right.
Careful, you're gonna get glittered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
All right.
Okay, so open them up, fluff them out. The tree's going down this way. We're gonna take
You
this
look like a
pick.
disco ball by the time the Christmas
Girl.
season is over.
Words can't describe.
You've got so much glitter.
Words don't describe. Okay.
That is cool.
So instead of taking it and sticking it in this way, take it at a 45-degree angle and run it up in the tree.
Okay, well, believe it or not,
Just like that.
we only have less than a minute.
Okay,
so
I'm going,
how
I'm
do we
going.
get from that to this?
this.
And look at all of these crazy colors.
You'll see in our baskets, we
Okay.
have different sizes.
All right.
So we did larger balls and smaller balls. This is a 4-foot tree. It takes about 30 balls, okay, around that whole tree.
To do a 4-foot
To do
tree.
a 4-foot tree. You can pretty much figure
Okay.
picks on a 4-foot tree, these little picks like this, they're
right.
great. maybe
All right, and I
10
want
of
to talk
them.
about something before we go, because
Okay.
guess what, ladies and gentlemen, this guy went to the White House. He decorated the White House.
My hands touch that stuff.
And you weren't paid for that. You did that
I did
pro
that
bono.
as a
Why
volunteer.
did you? And look what you did. Oh my
To
gosh,
serve
that's
our
Lincoln
country.
that's looking over
Yes,
your tree.
that's the mantle. That's the tree.
Oh,
those trees
my
took 2 days to
gosh.
put lights on.
But why were you willing to do that?
I wanted to serve our country.
I love that. I
So,
love that,
that
because
was
I know
my
that
way.
you've had eye injuries in the
Right,
past. You weren't able
right.
to. That's fantastic. This is so great. Michael Hamilton, you are a genius.
Merry Christmas.
This has been great. Happy holidays.